Okay.
So when I lost my mother, it was difficult. I remember, I think I cried almost every day for 5 years. I think I had dreams about my mother almost every day for 5 years. Yes. And I would, just like when I went back. So my mother was buried on a Saturday, and on Monday I was in school. I had already lost my dad by the age of 3, so I was never raised by a father. And there was an aspect of, how would I put this? There was an aspect of rejection. It's devastating. It's very hard. I don't think there's anything harder than that, by the way. I think my experience. So what I held on was, what am I good at? And for me, what I was good at was books, academics. So that was my only hope. Coming from a point of need, like pocket money is a problem, and this someone who is supporting you and just giving you care, that now at the time, as a 22-year-old, I interpreted that as love, as a stable relationship. And so I didn't think much into it. I didn't think about the consequences. I was just in a moment. I was in some bubble. So before I knew it, I was pregnant. Since the passing of my mother, I had not felt a bit of comfort like this. So I just got comfortable. And for me, that was important at the time. I have a niece, she's 22, and I have this conversation with her. I tell her, don't get pregnant now, because I know I have been there. I know how hard, like, your life becomes double hard. If you think your life is hard now as a 22-year-old who is just in school, now if you get a child, it's double hard.
Good people, Susie Yule Diadem, living positively regardless. Doesn't matter the point at which you are in life, we rock positivity all the way. We don't rock positivity only when we have good things. We rock positivity in every situation of our life. How are we able to do that? We can only do that when Christ is strengthening us, when Christ is holding our backs, when Christ is assuring us that, you know what, in this difficult moment, I am here next to you and walking with you. So do you have a relationship with Jesus Christ? If you do not have, I would really encourage you to have a fellowship, a close walk with Jesus Christ. I am born again and I love Jesus Christ, and I love that bit about my life so much. Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you haven't, why? Kindly do us the honors and just hit that subscribe button. Subscribing is free. But of course, you're watching with your budders. So I will really appreciate you as you use your budders to hit that subscribe button. Yes, for those who have subscribed and you have been with us all the way, we really do appreciate your support, and also I encourage you to share our content so that we all continue to learn together. Yes, today I am so happy, my people. Whenever you see me smiling and happy, it's because of the guest I have in the house. Hi.
Hello.
Good to see you, Daktari.
Good to see you, Susie.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Me, I'm good. Okay. And I bless God for that. Amen. Now, I want to give you an opportunity to look at that camera. Say hi to our people.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. So I'll go straight introducing myself. Thank you for having me here, Susie. I really appreciate the opportunity. My name is Dr. Eglay Nyakoa Mukabana. I am a fertility doctor, and I have training in assisted reproductive technology, that is Matters IVF. And I'm also just finished my master's in obstetrics and gynecology. Also, I am a mother of an amazing 12-year-old boy, and I am a sister to my siblings, and I am a last born. I like that bit about myself. Yes, and I love Jesus. Yeah.
Last born hampangwingwi.
Even the last born.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know they are still posting at the point you said your mom of 12 years old.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You'll give us the secret as we continue.
Yes.
If you said a mom of 3-4 years, we would not be asking for secret,
Yeah.
but now we will have to.
Okay.
And so, guys, you know how much it excites me to talk about infertility, and already you have had the introduction. And before we get to that, because definitely we cannot have a fertility doctor in our area, in our hood, and not talk about fertility.
Yeah.
Here we talk a lot about infertility because they know my story. I've gone through infertility, and there are so many people who have sat here and shared their journey with infertility. And so, how would I have you not talk about infertility?
Yeah, I'll be disappointed if you did not.
Wow, thank you so much for creating time to be with us here. And before we even go about all things about infertility and fertility, not just infertility, also fertility, before we get into that, we want to know about doctor. We want to know about her life, because sometimes we hear these big titles and we are wondering, when did they get these titles? Where are we? And were they from the beginning? Were they this big in their lives, you know? So that is where we want to get into, because as you can see, she's a lady, and I get excited when as ladies we are excelling, especially in spaces we grew up feeling like they are for men.
Yes.
So it makes us feel like we don't just belong to the kitchen. So now, Dr. before we get to know how you became the way you are and who you are today in our country, let us in to your life growing up. Where are you from? Your background? Yes.
Okay. So I was raised in a village. I am a village girl. Yes. I was raised by my mother in a village in Kakamega. And so my mother was widowed quite young. My dad died when I was 3 years old. So my mother was left with 7 children. Yes, we are 7. I have 5 brothers and 1 sister. And so she was left raising us. And my mother was a cleaner at a health facility in the village. And she was also a traditional birth attendant. So she raised us. She was a very resilient woman. She really was hardworking, because her work paid her very little. Like there are times I would go with her to the bank. Okay, she's running the bank though. And she had taken loans, and her pay slip read nothing, 0. Yes, so that is so we had a big farm, and so we used to work in the farm for food, because now we didn't have money for buying things. So everything came from the farm. We had cassavas, potatoes, chicken, rabbits, anything was in the farm.
Okay.
So, and we were also sugarcane farmers. Okay. So yeah, when she would harvest the sugarcane, she would get money for school fees and stuff like that. Yes. So I went to school in a...
let me cut you short. Which village is this? It looks like it's so rich in agriculture.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, my mother was she was a very resilient woman, and she had to find a way to fend for her children.
Okay.
So that's why, and I have 5 brothers, so they provided labor in the farm. Yeah, I don't know if it's really rich in farming, but most of the farming was just for food, except the sugarcane that was now for money. Yes, so I went to school in the heart of the village. I started my primary school in a school called Eshisiru Prime. I can't even pronounce that, I'm sure. Eshisiru Prime.
The reason I wanted to know the name of the village.
My village is called Eshisiru. So I went to a school called Eshisiru Primary School.
Okay.
And from pre-primary, that is baby class, nursery school, and primary school throughout until class 8. That was a school where we spoke in mother tongue. We went to school without shoes. Yes, I have photos I will show you. Yeah, so I managed to get a good grade. So from primary school, I went to Lugulu Girls, and I think that's the institution that really shaped me.
Okay.
Yeah, and while in Lugulu Girls, tragically, I lost my mother. I lost my mother at the age of 15. I was in Form 2. Yeah, that was very devastating, and I almost gave up actually in everything, including school. Before, sorry, I have to take this back. Before I lost my mother, I used to go with my mother to hospital. She was a cleaner there, so I would go with her. I really loved my mother, so I would say I'm sick so that I can go with her to hospital. And I would look at, she was a cleaner, so she would get to work, change into her cleaning uniform and start cleaning. And me, I would be going around in the offices, and I would see the doctor sitting in an office. And I promised my mother that I would be a doctor for her because I wanted to change her life. Yes, and to make her proud.
Wow.
So now fast forward, I'm in Lugulu Girls. I lose my mother because I lived to make my mother proud. So I lost hope, but I got very good support, especially from my teachers, my class teacher. She really took me up. And so through that, I still managed to get an airplane.
Wow.
And go to Kenyatta University to study medicine. So while in Kenyatta University, in fact, I remember the first time I went to school, I didn't even have school fees. I was waiting for help. Help had delayed. I remember I had 500 shillings going to school, and I was just queuing. People are queuing, and I'm just queuing with everyone. The good part is the school fees part was the last part. So I've just queued the whole day, getting stamps and things. But eventually, my sister managed to get me money. I paid school fees and started school and went through school. And now, when I was in third year, I got pregnant.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, I got pregnant. I got a baby. So I deferred school for 1 year since it was possible to be in school while pregnant. But for me, when I got pregnant, I got scared and I decided to retreat, just to retreat and disappear from the surface of school. Yeah, so I disappeared for a year, went home, got the baby, and then came back. When I came back, I realized that I need to work extra hard because now I'm not on my own. I am not alone. There's a baby to take care of, there's school. So I had to put in double effort. I remember I used to wake up at 3 a.m. so that I can study. Because a typical medical student, their life is classroom, library, home. That's how, on repeat. For me, there's a child involved. So now, in the evening, there's a child, there's cleaning, there's what, so putting the baby to, by the time I'm going to bed, I'm just done. So I'll wake up at 3 a.m. every day to study because academic failure was not an option also. Yeah, and I managed to finish well and did my internship. Then after my internship, now started working in the IVF world.
Okay.
And that's where now my passion for fertility medicine was ignited from just intermingling with people who are going through this. And one time I met a woman, she came to hospital, to the clinic with her baby. And I just had a chat with her and she told me that baby was conceived through IVF. That was a beautiful baby. So I looked at the baby and I was like, oh my God, can I hold your baby? She was like, yeah. So we talked a bit and she told me that this treatment, making her conceived to this baby, it really changed her life, saved her marriage, saved her face. And that really touched me. And that's the day I decided, okay, this is it. Because I wanted to be many other things before I went into that IVF clinic. And when I heard that woman's story, I was like, if I can give hope, if I can touch a life like this, then this is the thing I want to do. And that's how I now went into specializing in IVF, obstetrics and gynecology. And that's how I'm here.
Wow. This is how we are here. Long short story.
Yes.
Wow. I always say in this channel, why do we give our own personal experiences? We give them so that someone who is at the point we were years ago, and they are thinking they cannot move from that place. They are thinking how possible it is to get to that. They will be able to relate with our life experiences, and they will be able to draw hope from there. And so at the middle of the session is when we are introducing the topic of the day. Why are we here today? So here we are talking about bouncing back. Whenever you go through a hard time and you find yourself at a space, you're wondering, will I continue, or I need to change my dreams? I need to disorganize my life, and you don't know. So we are here to talk about bouncing back. And already Daktari has already shared with us her beautiful life growing up. And already I know you people, you can already hear where she has hit bumps here, here. Sorry, I'm still I don't want to say I'm nursing, because I think now I'm over nursing a cold. I had a bad cold, but now I'm doing well. So I'm having those 2 coughs once in a while, but we have to inspire people. So we go back now to your life, Daktari, and maybe just to help me get to know, first of all, how did it affect you that now you have lost your parents? Here you are, you feel like you are living for them, and now.
Yeah, I would say that was the most devastating, the most difficult part of my life, because my mother was a very hardworking woman. She was a prayerful woman. She was really my role model. Like, I tell people that know me know about my mother, because I tell everyone, all my friends know about my mother, because that woman really inspired me to be who I am today. I only had 15 years with her, but those 15 years shaped me really to what I am today. So when I lost her, and I used to really work hard, and I would go home with my report card, I'm number 1, and I'll tell her, Mama, I'm number 1, and she'll be very, very excited. She'll slaughter a chicken. That's the day we are eating chicken for us, and it will be a celebration. And my siblings also, like she really loved us. She really put us first.
Okay.
So when I lost my mother, it was difficult. I remember, I think I cried almost every day for 5 years. I think I had dreams about my mother almost every day for 5 years. Yes. And I would just, like, when I went back, so my mother was buried on a Saturday, and on Monday I was in school.
Oh dear.
I would be in the sick bay in the school. Every day I used to have a headache every day. But I'm grateful that my mother really taught me about God. My mother taught me about God, because she used to pray for us every day of her life. So the fact that I knew God, so I would just cry to God. I used to, they always say, if you've never begged God to heal your heart, then I used to just go and just cry I would just cry to God and just tell God, heal me, help me. Another support system I had was my class teacher, Mrs. Oulo. I really, really love that woman. I would go to her office and I'll just be crying. It's mid prep. I'll just go to her office and say, I want to go home. And I would cry, and she would hold me and I'll cry, and she's just quiet. And then she would pray for me. Her husband was a pastor. So she would pray for me. She would call him, and he would also pray for me on the phone. And every day she would just tell me, Eglay, you promised your mother that you're going to be a doctor for her. You have to keep the promise. That kept me going. You promised your mother. And another thing that kept me going was, I knew the kind of humble background I came from. I knew if I fail, I wanted to be a doctor. There was no plan B. So if I don't get an airplane, I should forget about my dreams of being a doctor, because now even just pocket money for going to school was a problem. Now, where would I get school fees for medical school if I don't go direct entry? So those things really kept me, like, to make my mother proud, even in her death. Those are things that just held me, and also just praying to God.
Okay.
I used to just cry, God, just heal my heart. Yeah. So, and also my siblings. My siblings have been a very major pillar of support for me. My sister really took over. She was 26 years old. I was 15. So she would come to school. She would come visiting me with essentials. She used to bring only essentials. you know, and then maybe hide 2 chapatis in the in the handbag. So and give me 200 shillings. Like that was maximum.
Wow.
And so, and my friends in school really also supported me. So in such case, they would be, then they have like a lot of things. So they will just, this one will give you a liter of juice, this one will give you biscuits, this one will give you that. So that really just kept me going.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
And the school I was in, what mattered was not what you have, was your academic excellence. So if you're doing well, then you're okay. Yeah. So a lot of factors, a lot of support. And then also I moved in to stay with my mother's friend, my mother's best friend. She also really held my hand. So I had a team of people that really supported me through that difficult time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your bouncing back was one, the dreams that you had, that I promised my mom this, I have to go for it. Then the other thing that helped you to come back also, it's the support that you have.
Yes.
So I think those are very key for us to support people, because the other day we were having men here, we were talking about grieving and bereavement, and we were trying to understand how society can support such people. And it is very important when you say that the people around you who supported you made you now to be who you are today, and helped you to bounce back, that you didn't become hopeless and lost it in life. Wow. Then you come to campus, wasichana. You found love, or you found infatuation, or you found confusion, which is I'm just curious.
Yes. Okay. So I met this young man. He was nice. He was nice to me. And coming from a point of need, like pocket money is a problem, you know, like, and this someone who is supporting you and just giving you care, that now at the time, as a 22-year-old, I interpreted that as love, as a stable relationship. And so I didn't think much into it. I didn't think about the consequences. I was just in a moment. I was in some bubble. So before I knew it, I was pregnant. And so when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, okay, what do I do? Because at this time I'm staying with my mother's friend, and my sister is struggling. She has her own children. My brothers were, I don't know, just managing and surviving somewhere. Yeah, so it was, I was shocked. I was, okay, I expected, I was young and I was fertile.
Did you literally, I didn't think, fertility?
Yes, I was a medical student in my third year. I just started third year. I didn't even think, I don't know, I was just in some wave. I just needed comfort. I needed comfort, and I needed love. I needed love and comfort. And since the passing of my mother, I had not felt a bit of comfort like this. So I just got comfortable. And for me, that was important at the time.
Okay.
Yes, so I got pregnant, and the only person I told was my best friend. And so I found out I was pregnant like on a Thursday. On Friday, I was at the department deferring school.
Why did you have to?
Looking back, I shouldn't have deferred. Honestly, I could have just gone through school, but I was scared. I felt like, okay, oh my God, what do I do? And I didn't consult. I didn't ask for any advice. For me, the first instinct was retreat, hide, run away, you know, like those were the things. So I just went and deferred school. The next day, Saturday, I was in a bus going to Bungoma.
Now, where are you going? Are you going to get married, or where are you going?
I was just going to stay with this. So you see, now I could not go back to my auntie's place, my mother's friend. And at home, I could not go back home because there was literally no one to like take care of me. My sister was having her own kids and just going through life. And this man was like, Sawa, you come.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And his family was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
Everyone is, daktari, you know. Yeah, so I went to the village. I didn't think much about it. Honestly, I didn't give it a thought. I just felt scared. And for me, I went for a scan just to confirm I'm pregnant. and someone recommended termination.
Okay.
And for me, it was never an option. I just said, no. Then I just went home and disappeared. And then 9 months, I had a very smooth pregnancy, thankfully. And my sister was there to hold my hand throughout the pregnancy period. And I delivered. And now I went back to school when my baby was 3 months old.
3 months.
Yes, because I deferred immediately I was pregnant. That was the beginning of the pregnancy. So 9 months of pregnancy, then 3 months.
1 year is over already.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yes. So I went back to school when the baby was 3 months old. And I used to go to class in the morning, then at lunchtime, rush home to breastfeed, and then rush back to school so that I can continue with classes. There are times you're in school and you need to go and breastfeed, or you did not sleep, you're sleeping in class. It was really, really tough. But now when I had the baby, I knew the more reason I need to work hard, because now it's no longer about me. There's someone else I need to take care of. It's no longer about my dreams. There's someone else I need to provide for. There's someone else I need to build a future for. Yeah, so really I worked double hard. Like I put in extra effort. And I think if I was in my previous class, I wouldn't have done as well as when I went back. Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, because we are talking of bouncing back, how did you manage to put yourself together? Because now, first of all, what made you run away? Is it shame, frustration?
Yes. Shame. So the stigma, stigma of just people are looking at you, you're pregnant, out of marriage, you're pregnant in school, like that stigma. So that's why I ran away. Just fear of being judged, being stigmatized. Yeah, so I just had to disappear.
And I'm imagining now you didn't get harsh judgment because you went back to the village, because now you went to your supposed marriage. So it's like you are in with your in-laws. And like where I'm imagining a girl today, if I go back maybe to my parent, to my village, everyone will be talking in harsh tones. And so for you are better off.
Yes, I was. And I got a lot of support from there. Although my siblings, my sister was very supportive, but my brothers at the beginning were very disappointed in me. They were very disappointed. Even one of them told me, as a medical student, you should have known that you can use a contraceptive. You have put shame to this family. But later on, they just came to terms with it. And I think they were very disappointed because they had so much hope, so much belief, and they were scared that I have deferred school, so they thought I had dropped out of school. That was their fear. So I just assured them, for me, school was my everything. So for me, school was everything I had, because I didn't have anything else. So I knew this is just a break. And I went true to it. I went back to school and I finished.
Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, let us talk to that young girl, maybe in campus or has just left campus, trying to figure out their lives. And there are those things now they are facing, like they would call setbacks. Like you've just realized you're expectant. And I'm even imagining, as a medical doctor, it would have been so easy for you to terminate if you wanted. Maybe you share with us your reasons for not terminating. And again, talk to that girl.
Okay. So my reasons for not terminating, because I did not want to terminate. And because I think at the back of my mind somewhere, I wanted to be a mother, like my mother, Yeah, so I just kept the baby. And that's the best, literally, decision I made. Like, my son is my greatest, I call it my greatest flex. Although parenting is not easy, but he is really the greatest blessing. So for the young girl who is maybe pregnant and she's in her early 20s, she's in school, I just like to let you know that it's not the end of the world. It is literally not the end of the world. Some of us have gone through that, and many others have gone through that. So what you need to do first is get a support system, because you need support. You need all the support you can get. And if you're a relative or a friend to this girl who is pregnant and she's in school or something, please provide support, provide encouragement, because that's what they need. Already, if no amount of judgment can reverse that situation. And for this girl, you'll go through this. Of course, you need antenatal care, all that medical attention that you would require. Please get that. And then once you're out of that situation, you just go back and rebuild yourself. And you need to know now at this point, you put yourself, you're different from a 22-year-old who is not pregnant and a 22-year-old who is pregnant. For you, you have an additional responsibility. So it should be a motivation to you to work extremely hard so that you are able to provide also for your child. So don't give up. Don't feel like it's the end of the world. Don't feel like it's a mistake. If it's already happened, it's there. And your child can be your greatest blessing. Your child can be your greatest motivation to work hard. So just take it, accept it, and just get a support system, get the medical care that you require, and then put in work hard so that you can be able to be something out of your life.
Wow, beautiful. So don't give up with your dreams.
Yeah.
Now, before we are not giving up in our dreams, in the first place, let's talk about why we are kind of putting hold on our dreams. What really, what would you feel at that age? Do you feel like you'd encourage a girl to be in a romantic relationship? Was it too early? Was it a decision you feel it was not right? How would you advise someone in campus?
Okay. So at below 25, for example, you are not yet, your brain is still developing, by the way. You might think, you might think, oh, I know this is going to be my husband. But at that age, I feel like you're still young to make a permanent decision, like bringing forth a child, if you're not yet pregnant, that is, or if you don't have a child, that is. So I feel like at that time, it's time to build yourself. It's time to invest in yourself. So if you're in school, put in the work, get good grades, because eventually this degree, this academic achievement, or even if it's a skill, if you're skilled in sewing, whatever skill, acquire a skill and build on it. Because these things, you're setting a foundation. This is a time you're laying a foundation for your life. So I think I would advise that you can put that on hold, like bringing children to this world. you can put that on hold and just really, really invest in yourself. I have a niece, she's 22, and I have this conversation with her. I tell her, don't get pregnant now, because I know I have been there. I know how hard, like your life becomes double hard. If you think your life is hard now as a 22-year-old who is just in school, now if you get a child, it's double hard. So just, this is a time to lay the foundation. Put in the work, get good grades, because eventually these grades will, for example, if I'm applying for a PhD or something, my undergraduate papers count, and I was in my 20s then. And so this is a very important time that you're laying the foundation for your life. So acquire that skill, work hard in your academics, and just put in the work to lay the foundation. That's what I would say.
Wow. I've interacted with the medical student and oh my, their life is just packed. And now here you are as a mom. I know you've told us about waking up at 3, but I want to still feel like that was not enough. How did you manage to go through that?
When I went back to school, I've always had support. Whatever you do, always have a team, always have a support system. Throughout my schooling, I've always had a support system from high school to undergraduate, even to my master's. I always had a team. So find people that are like-minded. So in campus, we had group discussion. So you're helping each other in the academic work. Yes. So, and also I had friends that helped me babysit my child. There are times I didn't even have a house girl, and my friends would come in my house in shifts. Because for me, I'm in school like the whole day, like 12 hours. So I had to arrange, like, what time are you finishing your class? Mine is 2 to 4. Okay, so you'll come 8 to 1. Then there's 1 to, yes. I had friends walking in and out of my house to help me babysit. So I've always had a lot of support. And I'm really grateful for the people that have been in my life, because they've really, really supported me. Yes.
Wow.
And just sometimes when you think you cannot do it, I think also having faith in God has really been a major pillar for me. because the scripture encourages you, like, I know I can do all things through, there are scriptures that are always in your mind, so you know that this is doable, regardless that I might not be able to do it with my physical strength, but this is doable, so yeah, I don't know, I just went a day at a time also. But I really put in the work, and then of course I had to avoid distraction, the way people in campus, Friday, sijui nini. So I could not do, yes, I couldn't do those ones because I have to study, I have to take care of a baby, yeah.
So you do them a lot now. They call us any stage you miss it. I'm not sure that Terry is ever available at home. Sorry for judging. Wow. How has it paid now for you to have taken back your dreams and said, despite everything, I have to?
So I'm very grateful to God first, because He has always opened doors for me. Always opened doors for me that I didn't even imagine. Like, I finished my undergraduate, did internship, and immediately got a job in an IVF clinic.
Oh, wow.
And got a very good mentor that held my hand, and just, that is something that I don't know if not every doctor gets such opportunities. So for me, I don't take much credit to what has been happening in my life. I put in the work. Of course, there's the behind the scenes. Oh, the behind the scenes is not a joke. Okay. Even in my adulthood, like just the other day, I was doing my master's in obstetrics and gynecology. I was reading. My son would go sleep. You're still reading? Wake up, find you reading. Like, did you even sleep? Yes, I slept for like 3 hours. And then woke up to continue reading, because now, like, my master's program was very, very tough, because there's the schoolwork, there's the reading, and there's also the work, the physical work. So there are duties, there are night shifts, you're on call and all that, and there's also, you have to read. So it was a combination of both. So there's a lot behind the scenes that you have to really put in the work. There's no shortcut. Nothing will fall on your laps. Really, you have to really put in the work. But it pays, because now when you have those bound to open for you, because now you put in the work. Yeah. So I really have had the favor of God, I would say. Yeah.
Wow. What a wonderful story. What a wonderful, sorry, I always say I don't want to call someone's experience a story. It is a life experience. What a wonderful experience of fighting battles but overcoming them. And I believe all of us at some point we find ourselves at a point where we don't know whether we are able to jump over, but God has a way of bringing us up. And thank you for sharing your story. But before we end the session, I would still allow me to take you back when now you found yourself that, in this life now, I'm even feeling afraid of using the word an orphan. And you say we have saturated a joke that has been going around. I don't know how it rubs for the people who are in that experience, because sometimes we joke a lot, but we don't know the people who are in the situation. And we say that don't tell me you are an orphan past a certain age. If someone watching us there and they are at that space where they feel that now I'm an orphan, I don't know, what would you talk to them? How did it maybe?
Yeah. So I had already lost my dad by the age of 3, so I was never raised by a father. And there was an aspect of, how would I put this? There was an aspect of rejection. Because my okay, this is a bit deep, but my grandfather was polygamous. So he had 5 wives. And my father was the only son of the last wife.
Okay.
So we were born in Nakuru, but then when my dad died, we had to move to the village. And there was an aspect of not belonging. There was an aspect of rejection. There was an aspect of being looked down upon, because we had nothing, literally. Like one time, when my mom died now, and so a relative asked me to stay with them, but I wasn't comfortable. So, and there's a point I needed bus fare to go to school. Thankfully, that's why I tell you, God really loves me. My school fees was already paid. I had a sponsor, some Canadian organization.
Wow.
They were paying my school fees before my mother even died. Yeah, they were an organization in Kakamega paying school fees for girls who have done well, but coming from very humble backgrounds, like myself. So you see, God had already organized that. So my high school was smooth, but I needed fare one time. And then, so it was so difficult to even go to your immediate people to ask for money, because now you're scared. Like, you're just feeling out of place. So it was very difficult. It was very difficult for us. So what I would tell a 15-year-old like myself who had lost their parent, of course, it's devastating. It's very hard. I don't think there's anything harder than that, by the way. I think my experience. So what I held on was, what am I good at? And for me, what I was good at was books, academics. So that was my only hope. And I gave it my all. Because I knew I have nothing else. I don't have any much inheritance. My dad died young, my mother died young. I don't have anything else. So this is what I have. So I put in everything, 100% into my academics, because that's what I had. So you need to, don't give up, because your life has to go on. My mother died in 2006. That's how many years ago? That's many years ago, 19 years ago. So I've had to live 19 years by myself. So my life has to go on. I have a child I need to take care of. I have dreams. So your life has to really go on, as much as it's the most difficult thing. So you have to really just put in, work on yourself, whatever you can do. If you have a skill, work on that skill. If you can read, you can go to school. If you get an opportunity, maximize it. For instance, I had an opportunity for going to school because I had people paying my school fees. And that's really, I put in the work. Because even in that organization, there were many girls that were supported, but not, some people were like, oh, I'm an orphan, my parents died, and now not putting in the work. Yeah. So at the end of the day, your life has to really go on. So for me also, the fact that I had promised my mother that I'm going to be a doctor for her. The other day when I was reading for my final exams for obstetrics and gynecology, and I was like, my mother was a traditional birth attendant. She delivered women in the village. And now here I am becoming a consultant obstetrician gynecology, just to honor the legacy she had begun, working with women and just supporting women. And that's really, really what pushed me into obstetrics and gynecology.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Beautiful. I think the most important thing I have picked from that is accept that it has happened, and this is how you're going to live the rest of your life. Then take what is best in you.
Yes.
Use that and run with it. What is best in you. And just overcome stigma. She have just, I can see the way she's touching it very slowly, because of course I know she wants to be careful again not to hurt anybody. But you can see already she faced stigma, rejection and all that, which is very common, especially when you lose both parents. At least when you have one, one parent will die with you. But when you lose both of them, it happens a lot.
So the one thing also I did now when I was older, I was still grief is not easy. By the way, grief, I think you live with it.
Okay.
Yeah, there are days, even in this moment, there are days that I am grieving my mother. Yes. So it's ups and downs. But one thing I did, I got help when I could afford it for myself. So I went to therapy.
Okay.
Yes. And what it did with me, it just helped me. It helped me go back and accept, and also gave me tools on how to navigate life. Yes.
That was after how many years?
I went to therapy in 2019. Yes, that we can calculate back.
Yeah.
Yes, 2019.
Okay.
Yes, I went and did some program that really helped me. Yeah, so you don't have to go to a really formal setup. You can always look for help. You can always go and don't die alone. Go and talk to someone you can trust and just tell them this is how I'm feeling. I'm very expressive. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, but yeah, so I look for help when I need help. And I'm very honest with myself. If I need help, I need help. I say, this is how I'm feeling. Please help me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've asked the question of how long after that, because I feel like sometimes the reason even why we are telling people don't tell me you're an orphan at a certain age, we are very judgmental and we have standards. We are saying, by now you should have overcome the pain. But you see, you're telling us you're still there.
Yes, every March, my mother died in March. It's something that just comes and I'm like, okay. And when there's something good happening, like when I was graduating my undergraduate, I'm soon to graduate for this other master's. Every time I'm like, my mother, it's always about,
If she was here.
yeah, but it's not a pity party. It's just, we're human and grief is part of us. So I would not tell someone, actually, oh, you can't tell me you're an orphan. Or the problem would be you are not working on yourself.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there and wanting people to help you, to take care of you as an adult. That would be a problem.
Yeah.
But going through grief, I think it's a normal human feeling that even in your 50s you can go through grief. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for accepting to share your story. Maybe, Doctor, you could also share with us some of your greatest regrets and how you feel you are going through it. You know, sometimes we have regrets in our lives, but time has passed. We cannot reverse them. How we go about them to overcome the thing that I regret I did this. If I was given another opportunity, I would not do this before you became who you are.
I would have regretted deferring school. I think that's the one irrational decision I made. But I think it was a necessary break. I think it was reset other than setback. So honestly, I am not even saying my life has been perfect. It has not been. But I don't know. I'm not.
You don't regret life.
No, everything for me, I always look at everything as a lesson. So when I make a mistake, for example, I ask myself, so what have I learned from this? And then I get inspiration from it. So I have made, of course, so many mistakes, but everything I look at it and I'm like, okay, what am I learning from this? Or this pain. I always say, let not your pain just go away without bringing a lesson, without building resilience, without building strength. So honestly, that is how I've lived my life.
Okay.
So any mistake, I pick it as a lesson. So I don't have regrets. Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah. And just before we close, I want to give you an opportunity, maybe for your closing remark, anything you feel you would have shared with us about your life. We will definitely look for Dr. to get us into IVF issues. So my ladies, don't fight me that nothing about IVF. We will definitely do that and look for her to give us now the other side of the story. But for now, that was it about bouncing back, telling her about how she have gone through her life and come back. So maybe, Dr. your closing remarks?
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you for inviting me into your space and just to share my story. Because I always feel like my purpose in life is to inspire, to give hope. So I hope my story can inspire one person, and if you're feeling stuck in whatever circumstance, it doesn't have to be that you've lost someone or you're pregnant in school. There are other things that can really set you back. But what I want to encourage you is that it's not the end of the world, that you can bounce back, that you can, with support and just with resilience and hard work and faith in God, You can go through whatever it is and overcome, and one day you'll be the one sharing your story to inspire another person. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you so much for listening to our testimony. Thank you for keeping it here at Isuzu Eglay Diadem. Kindly share with this one. You don't know who is out there who would be inspired by that story. I hope this story has inspired you. Kindly share it out there so that other people can also be inspired with the story. Please subscribe if you've not subscribed. If you have subscribed, asante sana. For now, bye.